Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Beauty by Nisha. If you're new here, my name is Nisha, and for today's video, we are finally doing our Charlotte Tilbury review. I have never tried any of these products before, so this is a totally new brand for me, and I'm so excited to try it out because I've seen and heard great things. However, I want to see if it works for me specifically, and if I will actually like it just as much as everybody else does. So if you want to see a review of some Charlotte Tilbury products, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and continue to watch. Okay, so first things first, Happy New Year, happy 2022. We are into a new year. I am filming this in the new year. My previous video was filmed last year in 2021, but I am pre-filming as well as when this video actually goes up, it will actually be my birthday on January 20th. So happy birthday to me. It is my last year in my 20s. I will be 30 next year. So I'm not treating this year any different than any other year. Nothing's changed. It's the same. It's just my last year in my 20s. Next year will be a big birthday for me, so I'm actually pretty excited because I'm actually hoping that I'll, get to go somewhere for my 30th birthday. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. But let's get into this review. Like, I'm so excited to do this. So when I initially bought the Charlotte Tilbury, like the foundation, the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, when I did it, I ordered online. I did swatch it in store and I thought this one was more my shade, but I don't know if from when I swatched it to when I bought it, my skin maybe got a bit lighter. It could be possible. I don't know. My skin and everything is constantly changing like all the time. So that could be possible. But when I got it, I like swatched it and I was like, oh, it's a little too warm. Like, I feel like this is going to be more of my like spring and summer shade. And that's the shade 5.5 Warm. So I went back into Sephora and they actually finally had like almost every shade in stock because they've been sold out for a while. But I swatched a few other colors and then I swatched the 4 Warm, and it was probably the closest. It was between 4 Neutral and 4 Warm, but I feel like my skin is a little bit more on the warm side. I'm not really sure, but when I swatched it on my hand and like right here, it was like pretty spot on. So we'll try that out. I mean, 4 might make more sense because I did get the Hollywood Flawless Filter like youth glow. I did get this one in number 4 when I swatched it in store. This was the perfect shade. So 4 Warm with this kind of makes a bit more sense. I'm not really sure, but we'll see how that works out. And I also picked up the actual like contour wand. I've been seeing it all over like Instagram, TikTok, everything. And it's been raved about, and they had it in stock in my Sephora as well. So I just picked it up because I figured I might as well throw it into this video because now I really want to try it. So I did pick it up and I got the shade Fair Medium, which is the lightest color, which I feel like is going to be more my color anyway. I'm still going to use the bronzer. We're just going to put that on top. I didn't get a primer that was Charlotte Tilbury, but I did get the setting spray. So today I'm actually just going to try out the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas, the like liquid form. I've tried the like other like form of it and I really do like it. It's one of my favorite primers, but I really wanted to try just like the the liquid form of it, see if I like this one more. So I didn't get an eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to use just my Jaclyn Hill Morphe neutral palette, but I'm going to do that off camera and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the look and everything. I'll probably do like an eyeshadow look, the one that I do today. I'll probably have it as a reel on my Instagram, so make sure you are following me there. But let's get into this. Let's try some products. I'm so excited. Okay, so I have prepped my lips today using the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige. This was in my most recent Sephora VIP sale haul and I have been loving it. So let's prep the face. I'm going to be using the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas today. Okay, so I will say I actually like the way that this applies. It feels a lot nicer. It feels like less, I don't know how to describe it, but it like soaks in better, I feel like. I actually like the way the liquid version feels over the actual like pomade type version. I don't know what you would refer to that as, but this is actually better. I actually do like this more so far anyway, but we'll see if it holds up the same. Okay, so I did read that you want to actually start with the Hollywood Flawless Filter underneath the foundation. Apparently it works better, and then you use the foundation. I will say, honestly, I love the Charlotte Tilbury packaging. I feel like it's very nice. It's very chic. It's just, you know, and it's like good quality. Like these are heavy. These are good. I like that. And like the actual like bronzer, like this is huge. This is so good. Like of course Charlotte Tilbury is like a little bit more on the pricier side. It's definitely more of a high-end makeup brand. But again, like most of the time people who do use it honestly live by it and they love their product so much. So I'm gonna say, like, based off of just packaging alone, I love the packaging. It's really nice, but let's see how the product actually shows up for me, like if it's good for my skin. Okay, so I am using the Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 4 medium. Let's try it out. Oh, okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting this as like the applicator. I don't know why, even though I watched it in store. But I think the one in store was like broken, so I was kind of, I didn't know that it had this, but let's try it out. I had to like stop filming because I wasn't sure like if I was even applying this properly. I was like, do I use this as like a concealer? Like, and so I just looked up like the video on how to actually do it, and it looks like she's applying it with her hands. So she's like doing little bits and pieces, and then she's like rubbing it all over. I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender. So I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I was doing. I think that is the best way for me to do it. It kind of has the same outcome as far as I can see in the actual videos itself. So we're just going to keep applying it the way I was applying it. So far from like the one side, it definitely has like a nice glow. I would totally use this as maybe just like a skin tint overall, like on days where I don't want to use a foundation, because I do like the nice little glow. It is very minimal coverage, but it makes me look a little bit more like flawless. So I kind of do like it for that reason. But let's see, you know, let's keep going, and then we're going to apply the foundation over top and see how it kind of holds up. Okay, so the Hollywood Flawless Filter is applied. Again, my skin has like this glow to it, very sheer, minimal coverage if you did want to use it as a skin tint. But I think if my skin was like in a better place, like right now I have like hormonal breakouts just like all the time, then I think I would use it as just kind of like a skin tint, you know, on days where I'm not really like gonna be doing too much. I just want to put something on. It's really nice. So let's apply the foundation. So I got the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. There is a new foundation that was out there. I did look at it and I considered getting it, but I do want to try this one first. Okay, now I'm like looking at this and I'm like, wait, was this even... When I swatched it in store, it looked perfect, but you know what? Let's just see how it holds up. Whatever. No, actually, now that I'm blending it, it's not as bad, but that first initial one, I was like, ooh, that is really light. Okay, so I do think the shade was a little bit too light for me on my face. I don't know if like in store, maybe it's the lighting in Sephora, or if it's just like me, I don't know. But this seems like too light now, whereas in store it seemed like kind of perfect. It honestly could just be the lighting in here as well. Maybe it's just a lot brighter, but I feel like my lighting in here is really good and usually pretty spot on. Once I'm all bronzed and like have like some concealer and stuff on, it'd probably be better. I'm gonna test it out a little bit. I'm gonna try to see if I can build it in some areas here that I want to do a little bit more covering up, like in my chin and in my forehead here. So far the coverage is pretty good. I would say it's like medium, almost full coverage, but I think if you build it up, you could get it to full coverage. But that's what I'm gonna test out right now. I'm gonna see if I can build it up just a little bit to see if it will give me a little bit more fuller coverage in those areas. Okay, so for buildability, I would say you can build it up. I do notice like in my nose and in my creases here that there's like kind of a little bit of like bunching. I don't know if that's the primer or the flawless, like Hollywood Flawless Filter, the stuff I applied first. It's just like not sticking in those areas, and I feel like it's probably the primer, just because everywhere else seems okay. but it's kind of weird. So we'll have to probably play around with some of the products to find out which product is actually doing that for me. But you can still see the glow in my skin from applying the Hollywood Flawless Filter underneath, which I love. It's still giving me a very natural type of glow to my skin. And yeah, like it feels good. Everything so far is pretty lightweight as well, which is also nice. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing too much makeup, even though, you know, you can see like I'm clearly covered up. I'm starting to look a little bit more refreshed. I am just gonna go off camera, but I'm gonna be using the One Size Beauty concealer, and I am using the shade medium 2 brackets R. Okay, so for powder, I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. And this is the shade medium 2. So let's give this a try. I'm probably just gonna use a powder brush because I don't need like too much going on here. So let's try this out. Okay, so applying this in like the oily type of areas as well. So it set my under eyes. My under eyes look and feel great, honestly. Super easy to use like with a brush, which is nice. So I do like that as well. And it was very easy to just lightly kind of brush your brush over top and it picks up product perfectly. You're not like having to like really get in there or anything to get product on the brush. And honestly, the product doesn't kind of like go into the brush too much. It definitely sits on the surface, so it's easy to get lots to apply on your actual skin itself. I applied some in my T-zone because I was noticing it was getting a little bit oily. I think my skin oil is mixing with the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I think it's making my skin a little bit more oily. It is meant to give you a glow, so it could be something in the formula that's actually making my skin a little bit more oily, especially in my T-zone. I don't notice my T-zone being that oily, especially when I do apply like foundations and stuff like that. So it could be that, it could just be something in a mixture in the product with my actual skin that is causing it to be a bit more oily. But after setting it with the powder, honestly, like the oiliness doesn't look as bad. It's set. Now it looks like I have a little bit more of a natural glow again instead of being oily. We'll see how it holds up though, because it could just kind of come through, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have to keep touching up with the powder because my skin's going to keep getting oily. So the Hollywood Flawless Filter I do like so far, but I would definitely need to set it, especially in my T-zone, because I think something is mixing in with my skin. Like natural oils, and it's making my skin a little bit more oily. Comment down below if you've tried it and if you have the same issue. I'm curious to see what you guys say. But the product is still nice overall, just with my skin. It seems to be mixing a little weird, so we'll see. And now we're gonna get into some contouring. I'm gonna start with the contour wand, and then I'm going to bronze afterwards. So let's try this out. I'm so excited for this. Wow, that was actually really easy. Just a light squeeze. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Okay, so I've seen people kind of just like go like this. I don't want it to be like too crazy, so I'm gonna go nice and gentle. I'm gonna just start with that, see how that goes. I'm gonna blend it out. Do I use a brush or do I use... Let's use a blender, a beauty blender. I'm gonna use the same one I use just because I like to diffuse it a little bit. So I'm gonna use the same one I use for like foundation and stuff. But let's try it out. Wow, actually like it looked so much darker when I actually applied it. But once you start blending it out, very easy to blend by the way, it just like meshes into my skin perfectly. Usually with like liquid like contour stuff, I am a little bit more nervous because I feel like if it doesn't blend out properly, it's like too dark and it just kind of sits in one spot. This blends really, really well. I'm really impressed already. I'm just gonna add like a little bit more on this side just because I did let it sit on the other side a little bit more or a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna kind of do this. There we go. So they match a little bit better. Okay guys, so final verdict on this contour wand. The hype on this? Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. This is awesome. This is so good. I was a little nervous because I felt like, you know, there's only like 2 shades to choose from. So it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, like what if it's still too dark for me? Then it just kind of looks, it's gonna look crazy. But honestly, once you start blending it out, it's like perfect. Honestly, like it looks really good. And it's super easy to blend, very easy to blend. And it looks really good. Like I don't even think I need to bronze, but I'm gonna use the bronzer anyway today because we're testing it out. But on a regular day, I probably wouldn't use the bronzer or anything. Like this is so good. My only issue with it though is that you have all this excess product at the top here, and I don't need this product. I could probably just go like underneath here and use as much as possible, but there's still product on there, and I've closed it up so that I'm not getting any more product on it anymore. But like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, I'm curious, like if it's still gonna be like okay when I use it again. But that would be weird because then it would never dry. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, that's my only issue, and the only thing that I'm not really a fan of is that, like, I love the application and everything, but it's like the product here, I'm just gonna lose it. Okay, so let's get into bronzer. The bronzer shade that I got is the medium 2 as well. That was kind of the area that I was in terms of my skin tone, was mostly in the medium 2, besides like foundation, of course. Let's open it up here. Like the bronzer is gigantic, okay? At first when I saw this in person, I was like, it looks a little light. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that I did get a little bit lighter because I am just going to lightly bronze over top of the contour one. I'm not going to get like too crazy or anything. So I'm just going to use this brush here, and I'm just going to lightly go over and bronze. Just see. So far the color is actually goes on what seems a little bit darker than I expected. Okay, so the bronzer is really nice. It looks like super light, but once I started applying it, it was actually really nice. Like it's a perfect shade for me. So I'm glad that I did that. I did have to do a little bit of touching up just because I kind of got a little bit everywhere, but the bronzer is really nice. It's very lightweight. It picks up very easily on the brush, as well as it is buildable. So it checks all the boxes. I will go and do blush and brows, and then I look off camera, and then I will come back, we'll talk about the rest and like how it's holding up, and then we will get into some lip products from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, so lashes, eyes, everything is done. Let's finish off this look here. So we are gonna get into the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Secret. This little kit honestly had everything that I would want to try, so I just got the kit because I didn't want to buy the full-size stuff and then not like it. So I just got a kit to try as much as possible. This kit comes with a lip liner, a matte long-lasting lipstick, lip plumper, and a gloss. I'm probably not gonna use the lip plumper. Today I will use the liner, the lipstick, and then the gloss over top. Okay, so first things first, lip liner. Okay, so the lip liner is like actually a really nice shade for me. It definitely blends in with my lips more, so it's a little bit easier to like overline and make it look more natural. I do like the color as well as I do like the formula. It's very easy to glide on. I wouldn't say it's like super creamy, but it's just enough. Yeah, I really like it. It's actually a really nice lip liner. Let's try the lipstick. It's definitely like my perfect kind of shade. I like this shade. Okay, so the lipstick is a really nice shade as well. It's a very nice like type of nude. It's a very nice like type of nude. I do like this as well. Very nice, very creamy. For a matte lipstick, it's really, really nice. Honestly, I do like it. It's not drying so far, so that's good. We like that. Let's try the gloss now. It does have a little bit of like sparkle in it, but it's called the diamond gloss or whatever. So let's try it out. Very nice gloss. I really like it. It's like not too glossy. It's like the perfect amount of like glossiness, but you can see like the shimmery like sparkle in it as well. So it's really nice. I would actually really love to use this on like a night out type of thing. So far, those lip products are really nice. I see kind of like what the hype is about. The lip liner, perfect, as well as the lipstick, perfect, really like it. The gloss is really nice as well. However, it's just the sparkle, like I probably wouldn't use it and wouldn't be my go-to gloss all the time. However, like I said, I didn't try the lip plumper, so maybe the lip plumper would be something I would go to. But this is a nice gloss if you want to put it over top a lipstick like I did today and kind of have like something as like a nice like glossy like look for a night out. It's not sticky. The formula is good. I really like it. So far the lip products are also pretty good. Last but not least, the Airbrush setting spray. So excited to try this. So let's get into it. Let's use this spray. I'm just gonna test out the like applicator for it and see. Oh, I really like that applicator. It's just like perfect. And it smells not bad. It's actually a nice smell. So let's set our face. Oh, I really like the way this sprays. This is a good spray bottle. Not a lot of things, like not a lot of setting sprays that I've used personally spray that nice. It smells good. It's very subtle. It's not a very strong smell, so that is also very nice as well. I do like that. It feels really good. It's really lightweight. It dries down very nicely. My skin is definitely set. Like, okay, and like honestly, my skin, like my makeup, like looks really good today. I really like it. Okay, so far, honestly, like I really like the Charlotte Tilbury products. There's some things that are like obviously like genuine, like really like big winners and I would highly recommend. Other things are really good and I think you would like it as well if you wanted to try the products. I'm gonna say like so far all the products I used today I really like, and honestly my makeup looks really nice today. My skin looks pretty flawless, especially because I am not having very good skin days these days. So my skin looks really nice and that's really awesome. I really like it. I like actually am pretty impressed with how everything turned out, honestly. Obviously like the biggest winner for me today is the contour wand. Like this is amazing. I really like it. And the setting spray. The setting spray is so nice and I love the applicator for it as well, like the spraying. Foundation, very nice as well. And everything seems to be sitting pretty good. So I'm gonna say, you know, I'm gonna say for Charlotte Tilbury, the products that I used today overall, I'm gonna say probably about a 9 out of 10. Still like really good. Really love them. So yeah, the products are really good. It is chaos up there right now, so you know, you probably hear that in the background. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Yes, 9 out of 10 for the Charlotte Tilbury products. Loving them, definitely going to continue to use them. So if you like this review and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more tutorials and everything as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.